Rick, after you guys got it down to one there a couple times late, what kind of went wrong there where Arizona had the answers in the final couple minutes?
Well, Tyree, we isolated there, post set a screen for what we call a little notch action, didn't do it, and he was waiting on it. And then when Urosh went to do it, that was a big turnover right there. I think we had a chance to actually take the lead right there. And then, we had some looks. We had some pretty good looks at it right there, but it was we broke down on the defensive end. I thought too much, the backdoor cut, fouling 45 feet from the basket. They're an inside team. They're going to do what they did there, but we didn't have enough guys have good enough nights, I think, offensively. And then some of them, our players who have been very consistent on the defensive end, had some breakdowns at the wrong time. Even at the start of the game, we overhelped and gave their best shooter a wide open three to start the game. And we're better than that, but give Arizona credit. They, it is a hard fought game, which you knew it would be. And when you go on the road, and you guys know that, you coming down the stretch in a possession game like that, you can't turn it over the way we did, and you can't have the defensive breakdowns. And that's simply sometimes just fouling, putting guys on the free throw line.
Rick, with those free throws, there's a big difference in how many you all took compared to how many they took. Just what you see that led to that disparity?
I can't, you know what? I have a lot of respect for these three officials, known them for a long time, but not real happy because I didn't see it that way. And again, I don't want to take away anything from Arizona, but we were going inside as much as they were, and I don't know. I don't know what to say other than the fact that I thought a couple of plays at the end were tough. It's going to be tough for us to look at. I know when we look at them on tape, it's going to be tough to look at them with our players. And again, I don't want to take anything away from Arizona because, in games like this, they're hard fought. I know those guys are trying to work hard, but that one play at the end when Santi went down the court, all three guys said they didn't see it. And that's tough to take at that point in time in the game. And like I said, I've got great respect for those guys because I've known them, been around, but it was certainly a wide difference in free throws tonight.
Rick, kind of on that same note, how hard was it to deal with the foul trouble with the bigs? And then also, I don't know if you had a vantage point at the end of the game, but what kind of happened there on the court?
I didn't see what happened. I don't, I'm not happy with Urosh. I'm not happy with his annex. I'm honestly, I'm really tired of it because I think it hurts our team. We want him to be hard-nosed, physical, but we don't need the annex. He's got to be more mature than that. We were up 6. He gets a technical foul, and people look at him, they see it. And but at the end of the game, Mike, I don't know what happened yet. I haven't talked to anybody about it.
We'll go to Rob, then Ryan.
Coach, just what did you think about how your team met their physicality in the paint? It looked like Jonas only played 12 minutes, maybe because of that. How did you feel like you responded to them down low?
I thought Olivier played really hard. I do. And Tobey certainly did it. Urosh can do that. Jonas has got to, again, we don't expect him to be physical, but he can't come in and go 1 for 5. And for his first shot every night can't be a 3-point shot. Especially in a game like that, he can shoot the ball, but he still doesn't understand. He's not in sync with what we're doing. And understand, like I told him, when we're out there with 3 guards, we need our guards taking those shots. We need our big guys playing the role we need them to play. And I thought Tobey went out and battled really, really hard. He's going to just keep getting better and better. And I think physically we can, we certainly should be able to go up against anybody. Early in the game, again, too many breakdowns in the post too, though, fronting, getting on the high side, which we knew they would throw it across. We knew that they're going to score inside. They're too good of an inside team. That's what they do. But that's not what beat us. The inside play is not what beat, 24 from the free throw line. And then the fact we started the game, we had 3 offensive charges, which were just us being out of control, technical fouls, just things that we can't do it in the end. Like I said, we had too many defensive breakdowns at the end with guys that you guys know can play defense. And some of that could be fatigue too. I thought that was the case in the Maryland game. It could be, but when we're down, we got to try to keep our best offensive players out there who happen to be our best defensive guys too. We just need to get more consistency from some guys. I mean, there's some guys obviously they're struggling right now, but to make shots. But we're a good basketball team. I mean, when you come in here and I didn't think we played great. I know we're better, and we were still in a position to win the game, but just a couple really silly turnovers and some just really hard breakdowns on the defensive end at the wrong time.
What allowed Olivier to be so effective offensively tonight?
He's a good player. If he'll just settle in and just get consistent with what we need him to do, he'll do that. Because again, he wants to win. He's strong. He's physical. Nobody's going to play perfect, but he took the challenge. We knew they were going to go inside, and again, they're a good offensive team, but again, if O gets back to and does just consistently what we need him to do, it's just going to make us that much better. And because I know other guys are going to come around and do what we need them to do.
Finish up with Ben, then Ryan.
Rick, seems like Julian has hit somewhat of a freshman wall. Do you see that, and what needs to change to get him going here?
You got to slow down. I think he's a typical freshman where, terrific player, great teammate, but I think when you're struggling, you think you got to do it on the offensive end as opposed to getting locked in defensively. That's a huge key where when you're struggling on the offensive end, you've got to get going. And games like this, referees, and I get it, they're not going to bail guys out going away from the basket. If you're going to go in there and drive the ball hard, you're going to have to go up through people. I mean, he drove the ball in the first half, tried to lean away against a 7-footer that blocked his shot. But if you're going to go early his charge, it was never there. He had already made up his mind. And he's a good offensive player. He's just got to slow down on the offensive end. He's got to do that for us. And he's got to, and the way he's going to do it is start putting his thought on and he can shoot it. But if that's all he's thinking about, it puts so much pressure on you as a player. He's just got to get lost on the defensive end.
I believe offensive rebounds was pretty even on both sides, but Arizona had 15-second chance points and you guys just had 2. What did you see kind of lead to that, and how important was that?
They're a good rebounding team. And you know what? They had a couple early in the half, where there's some battles going on where their guards came up with them some too. But, guys, with all that, I mean, we had 2 great looks at the end when we could have, I think, tied it or gone up. And then, the big guy made 2 free throws, or he shot his free throws, and I think he's about 50% on the year. And you think about it, we come in here, they get 20 or 24 at the free throw line. And again, both teams played hard. I mean, it was a high level game, and you expected that coming in. And, anytime you lose, you're going to be frustrated with something. But I told our guys, we're a really good basketball team. We've got a chance to be a really special team if we'll keep learning, and if we can get everybody to play their role, do what they need to do, and just keep getting better, because it's a long way. We're just getting started. This game will help us. We come in here and they're a top 10 team. And again, we had chances. We had plenty of chances. Even when we got down, I thought there was no panic on the part of our team. And they found ways when they had to. It's just, it wasn't enough at the end. And all those things that happened at the end, we can fix. I mean, we can fix it. Nothing can't maybe fix making shots, but if we would have defended and not fouled 45 feet from the basket, back cuts, those kind of things, who knows? But again, we'll learn from it.
All right, guys. Thank you. We'll have